Hello, my dear students, and welcome to my computer. This is my desktop and my screen. If I can, oops, here's my face. I'm coming to you from my kitchen again with my notepads and marker boards so I can lecture and talk and record lectures. But I'm here right now to answer a lot of questions and to tell you about your textbook. You don't have to buy a textbook. That's the main thing people want to know. In fact, do not buy a textbook and don't let anyone tell you you need to buy a textbook. For several reasons, but the main reason is chemistry is one of the leading fields in the development of open education resources. So let me go out of photo booth and open my browser, and you'll see I have in my bookmarks and favorites a site called ChemLibre, and this is the reason, even if you're a chemistry major, no one should ever buy a chemistry book again as long as they live. This is a project, a joint project of the National Science Foundation and the University of California system, headed by, or taking the lead at University of California, Davis. And they are now funded by Department of Education, and they're also combining with, let me come up again if I can. They're combining with the common open education resource for many different subject areas called OpenStax. And in fact, if you go to OpenStax and you look for the chemistry resources, they are the ChemLibre resources translated into and shared with OpenStax. So these books that are here are written by top scientists, teachers, educators in the field, Nobel Prize winners, all kinds of significant figures, members of the National Academy of Science, etc., in chemistry. And they run the gamut from first year chemistry and below, non-majors chemistry, all the way through graduate chemistry courses at the PhD and specialty seminar topic level. So let me just show you. A number of campuses are using this website, this resource, including, well, here's one in Arkansas Northeastern College. I know there are quite a few more. British Columbia Institute of Technology, California Polytech, Colorado State, Cornell College, that's actually not Cornell University, California State University, all of them, Chico, Fullerton, San Bernardino, Duke, the Harvard of the South. And I don't mean to disparage them, they are a great school. Fordham is another great school, Furman University, what else do we have here? Georgia Southern, which is a premier HBCU. Is it? I just have maybe I'm thinking of something else. I just had a friend who took a job in the music department there. Grinnell, which is just an exceptional liberal arts college in the Midwest. I have a friend I went to Yale with who teaches biology and biochemistry there. Let's see, what do we have here? There's Howard University. If you want to talk about HBCUs, they're a premier HBCU. Johns Hopkins, the other Harvard of the South, that and Tulane. Not really a Southern university, closer to where? Washington, D.C., is it? I've actually never been to Johns Hopkins, but one of my students, Michael Chen, did a postdoc there. Kenyon, another great liberal arts college. I just went. NYU, the New York University system, Northeastern I just saw it there, in Boston, Purdue, the Boilermakers, always a great football team, but also a great engineering school. So my point is Rutgers, one of the premier universities, that one's in New Jersey, great biology, life science, and chemistry school. Smith, which is one of the seven sisters. When the Ivy League used to be all male, there were 7 corresponding women's universities, top drawer universities where the brilliant students go. SUNY, State University of New York, at several of their campuses. University of Alabama, University of Arkansas at Little Rock, Casatot. If you like University of Alabama, go Bama. I'm not a big fan. University of Florida, University of Georgia and the Bulldogs. I have a good friend who teaches biochemistry there, who I also went to Yale with. I don't know if she was involved in this choice. I have to ask her next time I talk to her. UC Berkeley, UC San Diego, University of San Diego, but University of North Texas, where I taught for 20 years, UNC, University of North Carolina, USC. So my point is Florida, Georgia, University of Connecticut and the Huskies, just top schools using the ChemLibre website for their chemistry classes. And these are not just the ones using it. These are the ones who have gone into, like they say, collaborative ventures with them. And if you look at what books, and we'll be talking about our book, they have books for everything. General chemistry, which we're studying, introductory chemistry, this is your nursing chemistry, your non-majors chemistry, your consumer chemistry. Let me start doing this a little differently so I can go more quickly. Organic chemistry has been adopted also into OpenStax. I don't know I don't see my classic organic textbooks and everything, but they have a lot of really good ones. I particularly like these organic chemistry books that I saw here that don't make, by Morsch et al., that don't make any pretext of organic chemistry being something you can humanly learn in 2 semesters. They've got a 3-semester course sequence and then a separate book on physical organic chemistry. So my point is, you can do anything. Inorganic chemistry, this is usually a 3rd-year course or a 4th-year course in the chemistry sequence. And I want you to notice some of these names beside them. Those are different authors, famous authors who've been writing different textbooks. Analytical chemistry. At Texas A&M, analytical chemistry was your 3rd-year course where you did first analytical chemistry and then instrumental analytical chemistry. They have quite a few things here, a lot of environmental applications, of course, and forensic applications. Physical chemistry, usually a senior level course, but as a biochemistry major, to take biochemistry as a junior and physical chemistry as a junior. I actually took it as a senior because I was a little behind. And also lots of graduate physical chemistry topics and quantum mechanical physical chemistry topics. And to go even further, they have even more advanced theoretical chemistry. If they're weak anywhere, I would say it's in their biochemistry and their biological chemistry. They've got a pharmaceutical chemistry, some food chemistry, medicinal chemistry, but not a true biochemistry textbook. but they do have some environmental chemistry textbooks, which is a big area these days, toxicology, geochemistry. It's a lower division course to complement geology. Um, One thing they are sort of missing is a soil chemistry course. But let's go back to their regular chemistry courses, their general biochemistry course. If you click on any one of these, you'll notice they have their preferred course, textbook, and sequence. First and second edition, however, it's open education resource and continuously updated and corrected. And the trend has been for people to publish, I didn't mean for my mouse to open that, to publish things differently and cover some general aspects of chemistry without going into the details of the quantum model of the atom. And some people, like me, are old-fashioned. That's the way we learned it. We want to keep teaching it. So they have an atoms first course sequence. They have taken the OpenStax material and organized it and rearranged it and probably massaged it a bit to match all the most popular chemistry textbooks. We are using Brown and LeMay, a textbook called The Central Science. It is now Brown and LeMay et al., with 4 additional authors who've been updating it, because I used Brown and LeMay as a chemistry textbook, teaching not just before you were born, but probably before your parents were born. And they brought in additional new authors to update and to bring it into, I guess, compliance or agreement with modern day standards. TRO is a famous textbook. If you've had AP chemistry, you may have had Zoomdal or TRO. Here's Zoomdal. These are commonly used in AP, and these are just all different chemistry books that are now open resource and free. And when I give you the link, you are going to be opening up Brown and LeMay. This is our textbook. When you open up a chapter, like our first chapter that I'll be covering in the screencast if you haven't seen it yet, you'll notice I follow this sequence, and then you'll also find you have a summary of the chapter and some exercises, which, remember, I'm lazy. It's easier for me to cut and paste than to make new questions up, and I use these for inspiration. Although your mileage may vary, even within a class and between students, such that you get different elements, different compounds, different masses, different temperatures, etc. But you will see some of these types of questions in your homework and your assignments. So this is our textbook, this is our source, this is our inspiration, this is our textbook, Brown and LeMay. I think it's the 13th edition. I don't know what edition they're up to. I have some hardback copies, but unfortunately they're in storage right now. If I find them, I will bring them in and leave them in the lab if anybody really wants a hard copy, paperback copy that they prefer reading. But you'll find the OpenStax. I love a good book too, but it's really much more convenient and easier to read the way humans read. So I hope you enjoy this open education network resource that we have. If your parents call me and ask what the book is and what it cost, I'll tell them it's Brown and LeMay, 13th edition. I think it's Pearson. I'm not sure who has it. It's subtitled The Central Science. It's an excellent classic textbook with the coverage, scope, and sequence that we need. And they can look on Amazon and see how much money they need to send you. And I won't say a word. So anyway, I will see you in the next informational video or lecture video, and please be safe until then. And as soon as I can, I will find this document.